why, just tell me, do them doves cry? Huh? Just tell me why them doves cry. Why, yo, why? Huh? Why, yo, why? Just tell me, do them doves cry? Huh? Just tell me why them doves cry. Why, yo, why? Just tell me, do them doves cry? Huh? Just tell me why them doves cry. Why, yo, why? Somebody tell me. Somebody tell me. Why, yo, why? Just tell me, do them doves cry? Huh? Just tell me why them doves cry.
Play tight beat, but homie, I don't really care. I'm flaming anything and everything you put.
What it do? What it do? You already know what it is. What's happening? It's your boy TW at Tw.GeezNews. Shout out to all my newsies. Smash that like button for the algorithm. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We got some things going on. But always got some things going on. Ain't nothing new. It's always something going on. Like I always say, it wouldn't be news if it wasn't going on. Think about it. But anyway, I want to say something. I got this video sent to me by one of my peoples, and it was crazy. It was crazy. It's about the Hodge Twins, and they said some things about Joe Budden podcast, but most of all, Marc Lamont Hill. They sure did. But I'm not going to speak for them. I'm going to let them speak. I did do a video on them not too long ago. Probably like 4-5 days ago or something. It was titled, the Hodge Twins fraudsters. My personal opinion, absolutely not. I don't think so. I think each is his own, and everybody's entitled to their opinion and their belief. Just that simple. And this right here, I must say, tisk, tisk, tisk. Let's continue. But first, shout out to the Hodge Twins.
Yeah. But listen to what he has to say about what happened on that podcast with Piers Morgan.
It doesn't tell me who it is. It's Candace Owens.
Okay.
And I'm like, if it's Candace Owens, that's fine.
You didn't think that he'd have some white supremacists on?
No, I did.
Yeah, black people think it's white supremacist. No.
Yeah, when a white man speaks up for himself, he's a white supremacist.
Yeah.
Because the debate wasn't supposed to be about, if the debate was, should you call the kid a nigger? Yeah. But the debate was supposed to be, is the Carmelo Anthony GoFundMe the same as the whatever you call it, gifts and go for that one? So I thought you could just get a regular Republican. I thought it was going to be some regular Republican shit. I said, who am I on with? They said, give us 1 second. So then they come back on, they fix my camera. I said, who am I on with? They said, just give us 1 more second.
And 5. That's
4. Yeah, literally. 2. And that's what happened. And then they
You know why they do that? Because some people don't want to debate other people. Yeah. Because they might be sharper than you. Yeah. It might make you look stupid. Yeah. So they're not going to tell you who's on that. Yeah. Because people run from debates all the time. Yeah.
And joining me is, and they said Lily, whatever her name is. I don't know who this white woman is. I don't watch TikTok. Apparently, she's a hardcore dyed-in-the-wool white supremacist. Then they had a liberal white woman on to kind of take my side, sort of. And then they said, and also joining us is Myron Gaines.
Yeah.
From Fresh and Fit.
Who's
right?
that? Oh.
The dude from Fresh and Fit.
Okay.
I don't know much about him, but
he knows exactly who he is.
Yeah, everybody knows Myron Gaines.
Yeah, everybody knows who that white girl you were talking.
Honestly, to the Hodge Twins notion that he knows who Myron Gaines is, I wholeheartedly believe he does know who Myron Gaines is, because I didn't know who he was before I started, but once I began streaming and everything, yes, I found out who he was. So him doing this for so long, not knowing who Myron Gaines is, I don't believe that. Not at all.
About Lily. Everybody knows her.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's claiming he doesn't know these people. He knows exactly who these people are.
Right.
Only time I've ever seen him on camera was dragging a black woman out of his studio, physically, him and his team. So, and I know
Yeah, she was loud and she wouldn't leave.
And she was obnoxious.
Yeah, so you have to drag her out if she's not willing to leave.
From what I remember, he didn't drag her out.
Yeah, I mean, he's talking metaphorically, but yeah.
It was trashing her while she walked out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
he said shit that's
No. He meant what he said. Dragging her out. That's what he said. That's what he meant.
anti-Semitic, anti-black. He hates black people, right? And he pretends to. He's a black. What do you call it? Like cosplayer. He's from Sudan.
He's a herb.
Yes. That.
He said Myron Gaines is a cosplay. You know who cosplay black? Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
She cosplay.
That's the perfect example of cosplay.
But he's cosplay. He's just being himself. He's not cosplaying anything. Yeah. And as a matter of fact, he's not from sub-Saharan Africa.
Yeah, he's not black. Technically, he's
more Arabic.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could tell by his features.
Yeah. Y'all look at his look at skin color too much. Y'all look at Indian people, right? And because they dark skin, y'all consider them black.
They're not.
They're not. It's a totally different race. Like there's people like when I think of the race black, I think of sub-Saharan black people.
Yeah.
Anything in north of the Sahara, they're not black just because they might have dark skin.
Yeah, they're Arabic.
Yeah.
That too. Yeah,
but he's an immigrant who pretends to be black.
He's a
wait a minute. He's an African American. The textbook case of an African American. But he was born in Sudan, right?
Yeah. But he's pretending to be black. This is coming from a guy that believes women can pretend to be men and men can pretend to be women.
Yeah.
And men can have babies, but he's pretending to be black.
Right. But it's a fact that Myron Gaines, he's an African American.
Yeah.
He's from Africa. African American's not a race. You could be white and African American.
Yeah. Elon Musk.
Yeah. I don't know if he label himself as black. He does have probably a little sub-Saharan ancestry in him, but majority of his culture, majority of his brain power comes from north of the Sahara.
Yeah.
That's why he's so much smarter than y'all.
yes.
I can't lie. I don't think nothing stupid about Myron Gaines.
What's his real name again?
Amadou Fadl.
Hey, Amadou.
Oh, that's not his name?
No, that's what I'm saying. He's a Sudanese immigrant that changed his name to Myron Gaines and pretends to be a black American. So when he talks,
he don't pretend to be. Listen, no, he don't. No, he don't. He doesn't pretend to be African American. He pretends to be exactly what he is. Go watch my interview. I said my interview. Let me rephrase that. My video. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. He doesn't pretend to do anything. That's a false narrative. He is what he is. And he says he is what he is. People get it confused because he's dark-skinned. Let's continue.
Pretends to be a black American. I don't know
what's wrong with pretending. Men can pretend to be women, and you're totally fine with that. But he's not pretending.
Yeah. He's actually an African American. Well, that's a fact.
Yeah.
talk shit about black Americans, it looks like it's coming from us, but it's really somebody else. He is not us. He's not our stock. He's not our lineage. He's none of that.
Yeah, you're right about that. He never claimed to be.
Yeah. Why you have to be Republican to criticize black folks?
Yeah.
But the reason why y'all not criticizing black folks because of your audience. You can't. This is a black audience, very progressive. Y'all can't come out here and say any criticism about black people, or you're gonna kill your fan base.
Yeah, because when we came out as Republicans a few years back, I would say our audience represented the demographics of America for the most part. We had about 30% of our audience was black.
When we came out as Republican, I would say right now our audience is like 95%. Well, I would say it's about 80% white, 15% Latino, and then sprinkling in a couple of Negroes.
It's less than 5% now.
Yeah. So these people cannot be objective in front of their fan base.
Yeah.
And what he said on that podcast with Piers Morgan is facts. I live in a white gated community,
and I'm pretty sure y'all
live in a white
gated community.
Yeah. I don't want to live in the black community. It's dangerous.
Let's be more specific. I do not want to live in a community where the majority of the population is sub-Saharan.
I mean, just from a statistic point of view, it just makes common sense.
Yeah.
I mean, my first gun that was put in my face was at 12 years old, and it was a black kid, and we was on the same basketball team.
Yeah.
I figured this out when I was like 10, 11 years old.
Hey, but so far from your podcast, all y'all have done is call him names.
Yeah.
You haven't refuted anything he said.
Yeah, they can't. But see, that's what their fan base is going to like.
That's the sub-Saharan motto.
Yeah.
Name calling.
Yeah.
No facts.
He's a fraud.
He's a fraud.
Okay. So
I didn't mean to step on what you were saying.
no, I stopped myself because it's laws.
He's about to say, "I'ma do you dirty." Yeah.
You know, Amadou know what time it is, but my beef ain't even with him. On this broadcast, we don't even bring light to Amadou. That ain't what we do. I'm talking to my man. Homeboy is going homeboy. I deal with that if we ever in the same space. But we're never going to be in the same space because I protect my space. And that's where I'm confused with you because I've gotten time to spend.
You deal with that when you're in the same space, huh? You and Myron got some type of smoke? What's going on here?
Some time with you and kind of get to know you better than I did with some of your beliefs and some of your history. It seemed like you on some of that type of time, but then you will create a space to share with these people with these views.
Yeah, say they on the left they call this platforming. Why you platform these people and put them on?
Yeah.
That's all the
That's a cop out because you're a coward and you can't back up the things you say.
Yeah, but that's the American way.
Yeah,
freedom of speech.
That's the whole purpose of a debate.
Learn if you don't put yourself in different environments from different people, different opinions. And if these people are idiots, you should be easily able to refute everything they say.
Yeah, but you won't even place yourself in the same environment or atmosphere as them.
Yeah, if anybody should be not dignifying interviews with people, Republicans shouldn't even be sitting with you people because you people are idiots. Y'all are a waste of time.
Brain dead. Y'all actually voted for Kamala Harris.
Because she's black. Because she's cosplaying black. You people are nuts.
Y'all know how crazy it was when they let those, 15, 20 million illegal immigrants in this country, how it infringed on the rights of American citizens? Not only American citizens, but black and brown people.
Yeah, they're taking away resources because they're not going to white communities. They're going into black neighborhoods.
Y'all are so ignorant. Y'all went to the voting polls and voted for that.
And
yeah, I should have asked.
But maybe there's a possibility that they wouldn't have been honest with you since this whole thing.
But they would tell you if I had asked at 10 o'clock and they said Myron, I would not have gone on.
Yeah,
that's why they didn't tell me. They usually tell me,
exactly.
And when they don't, like I said, it's usually Candace. And I'm like, whatever. Yeah. But that's why I fucked up.
But not just him, but him and the little white chick.
Yeah, I should have Googled
who
her.
I wouldn't have known who she was either. However, I know that this platform that I go on has these debates stylistically.
Yeah.
So I should expect that there's going to be some racist white girl who I didn't like seeing the smiling and the smirking when you was getting in your bag. See, as a black person, that affected me differently than whatever the goal is in content world. And now we have one of our brightest brothers, one of our most well-spoken brothers. I don't need to sing all your praises. You know how I feel about you.
Yo, that's crazy that Joe just said that. Marc Lamont Hill believes men can be women. Women can be men. Men can have children. You heard what I just said. And Joe just said he's one of the tisk, tisk, tisk. Let's continue.
Space
doofs.
with just doofs.
That's not even
And I know that you.
He's sharing his space with doofs right now. All y'all got is name calling, ad hominem attacks. Y'all don't refute anything. You just call people names. Look at this pig.
He just called Joe and him a bunch of doofs. He said you're staring the stage with a bunch of doofs right now. Yo, that's crazy.
Today, the anthropology of education, also known as educational anthropology, is a subfield that examines the role of culture in education and how educational settings shape social processes and cultural relations. It explores how people teach and learn across different contexts and how culture shapes and is shaped by educational practices. That is a bullshit degree. And you're going to sit here and praise this.
He said Lamont got a bullshit degree. That is a bullshit degree.
Dude. Yeah. When you got all these people in this country complaining that their degrees are not worth nothing, they can't pay back their college degrees. This dude is the poster child for worthless degrees, and now colleges are taking advantage of people. University of Pennsylvania, right? Yeah. I guarantee you that degree was probably at least 250 grand. And he's not even practicing what he got a degree in, because nobody's looking for somebody with a PhD in anthropology of education. I think he's using some. I think he works with universities and stuff. Oh, okay.
And I do know that you get off on sharpening a sword or just debating. I know that that's your thing, so I try to mind my business. But I'm compelled to tell you that you're missing out on one of the greatest perks to building your own, owning your own, and just creating your own, which is you don't have to share space with these people.
That's real. That's real. I should have walked away. And that's the thing that's the...
Walk away. Like Martin Luther King went to the White House back in the 60s when this country was filled with racism. There was white-only water fountains, white-only bathrooms. And he went to the White House during that time. Yeah. But we're in the year 2025, and these dudes cannot sit and even debate people who think differently from them. Yeah, it's like crazy. Y'all want to have a podcast with people to just think and agree with everything you say. Yeah. That sounds crazy. That sounds like a cult. Yeah, echo chamber. What good is that going to do anybody? Yeah.
The
great debate. Hodge Twins versus Joe Budden podcast. Let's continue.
Uber professionalism, or which I don't even want to call it that.
It is. To a certain extent, it is.
Is it like I gave my word, I'm here, it's live, I don't want
professionalism.
And not only that.
But even that, stop, because even that's a backhanded compliment.
Yeah.
Even that is some Westworld language that they convince you of being.
Did Joe just say Westworld language? What do you mean Westworld language? Like the robots? Westworld language. Whoa.
Super professional.
Westworld language.
Which means, we know what it means. I don't have to say what it means.
Yes,
right?
Yes. You are absolutely right.
It means not when we give you a reason to So yes,
they say the N-word as much as white supremacists do. These people are clowns.
He said these people are clowns. Yo, nah. He wildin'. He just called Joe Budden, Lamont Hill, and the podcast clowns. Nah. You can't, yo. He wilding for that.
You'll let us play in your face. But Mark, professionalism was never in question because Mark has made his rounds for over 20 fucking years. We are well versed on who Mark is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So are you saying this because of his reaction? Because why wouldn't you share a space with them? If he's there representing the culture, he can go in there and have the conversation and explain to them why the two GoFundMes or the GoSendMes are not the same. I think that sharing that space isn't a problem.
But that's not
are we basing this off of his reaction, how he exploded and how it was viewed? What are you basing it off? Because you're going to be in rooms with some of these people. You're going to be in the content world. You're going to be set up and be put in these situations. It's about how you react.
Yep. This is a real man right here. Yep. The people you working with are like children. Yeah. Yeah.
But he's trying to have a conversation
with people.
Shout out to Queen's Flip. He was 100% right. Can't disagree with that. No way, no shape, no form, no fashion. Don't care what nobody say. Even the Hodge twins agreed with him. He's a real one. But the people you work with, he wanted to say something else. You might as well had you already called them clowns and doofuses like they said. You might as well have just said what you was going to say. But he said children. Tis. Let's continue.
People who do not want to have a conversation.
He probably don't know them.
Wait, and I'm not. That's why I fucked up. Wait, but I'm not.
You know you're in the wrong when the black woman agrees with you.
Wait, hold up. I want to reply to Flip because I'm not just going to let that go unchecked. You are responsible for where you land. And
first and foremost, what do you mean you want to reply and that's going to go unchecked? That's what happens over there in the Joe Buttons podcast. Niggas get checked. Let's continue.
Content world.
Yes.
And contingent upon how you view yourself / your content, I'll use me for example. There will never be a space, scenario, or instance where in the name of content, I'm sharing space with someone who proudly says, I think black people are, I think this 5-year-old autistic kid is, I respect my.
You know, I can't do this. Nobody on Piers Morgan thinks that way. See, y'all using that word over and over and over. I'm not offended. None of you are offended. Yeah. But as soon as a white person says it, you lose your mind. Like Piers Morgan on the same segment that Marc Lamont here was on. Yeah. He said, say the N-word. Say it. Say the N-word. Go ahead. You have freedom of speech. You have freedom of speech. Say the N-word. I dare you. And Marc Lamont here lost it. Yeah. Why isn't he losing it when you guys saying it? Because only why? Because he's actually racist. He's racist against black people. Yeah. I mean, he's racist against white people. Yeah. Yeah. It's two tiers when it comes to people who can and cannot say that word. Yeah. And the context he's using it, it's not racist. The context of what other people and a lot of times other people use it, it's not racist, but y'all get offended simply for the fact because they're white. Yeah. The way Shiloh used it, that was racist. That was horrible. That was autistic kid. Yeah, that was despicable. But a lot of people are like ignorant to what autism is. So she's just got black fatigue. That's what happened. Yeah. Y'all actually think y'all are helping black people. Yeah. You're hurting black people. Yeah. You putting black people in this little box. Yeah. It's got to be blackity black. Yeah. I only communicate and work with people that think and just like me. Yeah. And it looks.
I agree with that. 100%. Like minds. That's what he meant by that. That's exactly what he meant by that. They only deal with like minds, no matter what color you are. And I can 100% agree with that. Because, man, too much going on out there in them streets. Too much. Time is now. Time is now. D-class students all the way down to the bottom. From the bottom to the top. most definitely best believe this is it. This for us. Everything revolves around business. Everything. At the end of the day, him going on Marc Lamont Hill, going on Piers Morgan, whether it's a racist there or not, is good for him. In business, his face is put on a whole nother platform that he more than likely wouldn't reach without Piers Morgan. Let's keep that in mind. End of the day, you know what we here for. Planting them seeds. Grow that tree. Because the one who plants the seeds, knowing there's a chance he or she won't sit in that tree shade, just begin to understand the meaning of life. Meaning of life is to get to that bag. Big businessmen, big business women creating big business kids. We might not sit in that tree shade, but it won't matter. Our peoples will forever. That tree will produce more seeds, more trees, more shade forever. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. We don't listen to people that trick us no more. We don't listen to people that tell us partial stories. That's why I bring you both sides so you can hear for yourself and then you choose. I made my choice up. Now it's time for you to make yours. We all ain't gonna sit on top of the mountain. It just is what it is. But we all can be comfortable and or wealthy forever. Nine to 5, that's to make a living. 5 to 9, that's to make a way of life. It's your boy, TW. Tw.GeezNews. Y'all don't even understand. When I say I just getting started. After these messages,
We don't play that bullshit.
I'll be right.
We don't play that bullshit. Fuck around, get a full clip. We don't play that bullshit. You fuck around, get your ass killed. Broken bullets when it's wartime. Wartime leads to broken bullets. Broken bullets when them slugs project. Look here, boy, we let off rounds. Broken bullets when them shells eject. Them shells eject, boy, and hit the ground. They hit the ground. They hit the ground. Them shells eject, boy, and hit the ground. Told you niggas not to fuck with me. I thought I told you, nigga. Told you niggas not to fuck with me. I thought I told you, boy.